yesterday, and I answered, in general. He asked me if I knew the difference between genius and stupidity, and I said, yes, stupid goes on forever. He asked me if I was happy, and I said, when I make up my mind to be. He asked me if I was two-faced, and I said, yes, but one's pretty. He asked me if I ever talked to myself, and I said, kind of. It's hard to believe anyone else. He asked me if I had found myself, and I said, nope, I'm stuck creating. He asked me if I knew where I was going, and I said, no, it's easier to get around if I don't. He asked me if I was boring, and I said, no, never. God kills you if you're boring. You must never be boring. He asked me what's real, and I said, everything, annoyingly so. He asked me if I can avoid temptation, and I said, yes, if I can resist it. He asked me again, are you happy? And I said, no, I'm intelligent. He asked me if I believed in telekinesis, and I said, sure, raise my hand. He asked me if I laughed, and I said, yes, but never at dragons. He asked me if I'd ever been to the edge, and I said, of course I have. It's hard to see from the center. He asked me if I had any special talents, and I asked, does passionately curious count? He asked me if I had lived, and I said, yes, every day. He asked me if I'd go back to yesterday, and I said, no, I was a different person back then. Yeah. He asked me if I had good taste, and I said, yes, I'm easily satisfied by the best. He asked me if I thought of others, and I said, yes, as often as they think of me. He asked me if I'd go looking for trouble, and I said, no, it does a pretty good job of finding me. He finally asked, how does it all end? And I said, if I knew, then what would be the point? All the questions I'll never have to ask because of books, even if they're old, dusty, and mostly digital now. Thank you.